time you have someone that ends up in that residual class and is rated, you should fight because there's a lot of margin there. It's very easy to take a residual risk that our underwriter puts right out of the book at plus 50. It's easy to justify standard. Insurer communications, I talked about that earlier. Underwriters, amazingly, don't want to talk to you. Or is it because companies don't want the underwriters to talk to you? We've put a wall up. I don't understand why. Nothing to do with the reinsurer. I mean, reinsurers really don't control that communication. What you don't want is to talk to a reinsurer. A reinsurer is a very hybrid type person. We're not involved in the everyday. We should be involved, our underwriters, in only the super problem cases where we give the solution to an insurance company underwriter who then takes the solution and moves on. We also need more moxie from the underwriters. You know, I wish more of them had more sort of just that innate ability to break the rules, to step outside of the guide, the book. But again, I think maybe we're breeding that in our education system and everything, and that's hurt us in underwriting. Where did you guys fail? I think the advisor failed in a lot of areas. And the best example I have is basically travel. I heard so many complaints in any talk I was giving to a group of advisors. The talk was always, like, I don't understand your travel rules. Going to India is bad, going here is good, going there is bad. And it was changing every day. It was a moving target. But, all you did is whine. You just whined and whined and whined. In the United States, they didn't whine nearly as much. What did they do? They got together en masse, and in most states, most significant states, they made it so that an underwriter could not just willy-nilly decide that going to Mumbai is dangerous. Now, that was before the terrorists hit, but in Canada, you just whined. And what you suffered through, and I was one, I'm asking Ross, is this country good or bad? I haven't got a clue. I haven't been there. And I know one reinsurer, this reinsurer, and this person doesn't operate in Canada, but has some influence. Any reinsurer has an influence on another. The only reason he was picked and put in charge of their foreign ratings and which countries were good and which ones were bad, what do you think his background was? Was he well-traveled? Has he visited all these countries? Did he understand foreign travel? Did he understand customs and culture? No, he was the only person in the company that had a passport, and he, 20 years ago on his honeymoon, had been to Paris. I'm not kidding. Okay? And that was who was put in charge. It was your fault for not fighting and not arming en masse and getting us to do the right thing. I think we're close to the right thing now. But it took us 3 years to get there, as opposed to the United States, where within a year, the underwriter, unless I could prove, I could prove Afghanistan was a problem. I could prove Iraq was a problem. I couldn't prove a business person or family going to India on holidays was a problem. I couldn't. Okay? And I've been in places where they've been problems, but I still will go back. I mean, I was in Mumbai for the terrorists. I was hiding. People killed in front of me. I'm hiding in a taxi. An underwriting friend of mine was murdered in the Taj Hotel. So, it was very real. But do I think Mumbai is a place? Would I rate someone going there? No. I still wouldn't. My wife would rate me, but. So I think and again, the excuse I was given when a lot of advisor friends said, you had so much on your plate that this was one of those things you just couldn't get together on, and you were fighting compliance and all the other issues, and you do have a lot of issues on your plate, as Julian talked about. Okay? Expediency, fast, fast, fast. That's what it's all about today. I talked about that process. How fast do I get cases through? I think there's time when I tell underwriters at the end of a case when it's a problem, standards let them go, but the others, you should take a deep breath and say, does it make sense? Is there anything else I could have done to salvage this case? And they have to start doing that as opposed to just move it through and get their 40 decisions through for the day so they can get the check mark. Catching problems at claim time, I hate it. I don't think it's increased. There's a lot of concern that it has. I honestly don't think it's increased. I don't think we're fighting more cases today than we did in the past. But I'd love to see some statistics. Low price? Basically, we have an unbelievably low price. As I said, 85% drop in the base mortality charges. You've stripped the price of basically money to do better underwriting, I think. Okay? We could do with a few percentage more and increase the ability for the underwriter to think and work with you. Reputation risk. When I started in the business, and basically up to about 10 years ago, the CLHIA studied how many cases were placed, how many were placed standard, how many were declined, how many were rated. And you could look at the industry, and we had these numbers. About 4% were declined, about 5% every year were rated, and the rest were issued standard. Today, we don't have those statistics. They've gone away. So you can't compare. Somebody also asked me how many claims now are refuted or fought or given a problem versus the old days. I don't know. We don't have the statistics. Again, you guys should be fighting for those statistics. So I'm going to finish. You've got a great day ahead of you. I'm privileged to be here. I love advisors. I had the great fortune in my early days. I had David Cowper Sr. as a mentor, and I had Rudy Facciani in the United States as a mentor, and basically it opened my eyes because the biases that I was given as an underwriter basically would never have been overcome if it wasn't for meeting good advisors. Have a great day. Have a great meeting. Enjoy underwriting. Make a friend. Take care. Have a great one.